ASMR, elementals, and elemental magic. I made this video because I had this dream that I was in a building and I did not like someone's intentions, not towards me, but I could foresee what he was going to do to someone. I screamed, "Elements, come to me." I said it a few times. The next thing I know, I was working with energy and manipulating and moving my hands and working with the elements. I could not see them, but I could feel them. At one point, I jumped off a high roof and I was able to slow down time to the point I watched everything slow down with me, and I was floating through the air. Every element had my back. I went past a tree and it was cradling me for a moment and then slowly let me go. I gracefully landed on the ground. It reminds me, a few years ago, a stranger approached me at the store and could feel my energy and asked what I worked with. I immediately said the elements and nature. It just came out naturally, and it's the first time I ever said that. I can't explain how I knew it or how I do it. It's just natural. It's just being in tune with what's around you. Many years ago, a psychic said I could just naturally work with nature. At that time, I was not sure what he meant. Different things called out to me. One time, I was meditating. I could hear the word alchemy and alchemist. It led me to try to transform things inside myself and situations that I was in. I believe that the elements are earth, air, fire, and water. And that is what elemental magic is, working with all the elements. But in some alchemical groups and legends, they say the elements are fairies or gnomes, salamanders, mermaids, etc. But they are just representations of the four elements. In movies, they talked about the four corner spell, calling on the elements. I went to Salem years ago, and I went to a witchcraft store, and I met a male witch. He did the four corners spell using a sword and crystals and dragon's blood. It was the first time I heard of dragon's blood. I have also heard amazing meditations working with the archangels that are associated with the four corners and calling them. I love working with angels. In alchemy, there's 5 elements: fire, water, air, earth, and ether. Ether is sometimes also referred to as spirit. It is the link from the physical to the spiritual. As above, so below. We are made up of all of these elements. Ayurveda uses 5 elements that helps put your body back into balance. It talks about the foods that you eat and using oils and etc. I actually made a video last year on Ayurveda. The link is in my comment section. I took a course on Ayurveda. I also learned about it in a yoga class. There is a spiritual component to alchemy. It talks about birth, death, and resurrection. There's also what's known as a hero's journey, and that it's hidden in tarot cards. It's not easy to see, it's not really in plain sight, and the cards are not what they seem. It's mixed up in them and not seen to everyone to know this. We use the 4 elements all the time. Candles represent fire, incense is air. For water, you can use water in a vase or a fountain or seashells. Plants can be used as earth, but so are crystals, and I also have scented pine cones. I think it is good to have a representation of the 4 elements in your home to help you stay balanced. Thanks for listening, and take care.